Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Between the Numbers. We're gonna be talking to Florida Gators, man. I would not want to be Billy Napier uh if I had to be anyone, right? I'm pretty sure Billy got the hottest hot seat in college football, and if not of all college football, then definitely in the SEC. They're coming off a 5-7 season. They lost the last five at the end of the season, I believe, and the season before that, they won 6 games. So not a very impressive 2 years at all. And then this season, man, they got probably the most difficult schedule in all of college football, definitely in the SEC. I mean, these dudes got some crazy games, right? They got some crazy games. Let's pull up their games real fast. Let's just pull up the games real fast so we can see what they got. But it's just like you don't know what to expect from these Florida Gators, man. They start the season with Miami, then they got Texas A&M, they got they got UCF, they got Kentucky, they got Texas, then they got Ole Miss, then they got Sanford, that's a win. They got Mississippi State, that should be a win. They got Tennessee. I think Tennessee is the dark horse of the SEC this year, so I'm gonna say Tennessee gonna win. And then they got Georgia, they got LSU, and then they end the season with Florida State. Man, woo, that's a tough seat. That is a tough schedule. That's a tough schedule. Um, so yeah, I mean they got a tough schedule. They got an average quarterback in Metz or Mertz, whatever his name is, right? He's coming back off a collarbone injury. We don't know how well he's going to recover from that and how well he's going to be able to play after having such a critical injury for a quarterback, right? And then to make it worse, there's questions with the offensive line. So who in the hell is going to protect a quarterback who's coming back off a broken collarbone, right? We all know when quarterbacks get hit, they land on their collarbones all the time, or if they land on their collarbones awkwardly, boom, we fracture, we break out for the season again. Um, they also lost two of the best players on the team, right? So they lost um Trevor Etienne, right? He transferred to Georgia, and then on his way out the door, he pretty much dissed Florida as being a losing program. And then they lost Princely. I'm not even going to try to say his name. Florida fans, y'all know who I'm talking about. Princely. He was an edge rusher for y'all. You know, y'all obviously y'all know who I'm talking about. Um, that was two of their best players. Trevor being the best player on the offensive side of the ball, and then you got Princely being one of their best players on the defensive side of the ball. And then Florida had a really good recruiting class coming into this 2024 season, but they lost like 8 blue chip, highly ranked recruits, right? Those guys decided to decommit and commit somewhere else. So, it's just a snowball effect, right? Um, and, you know, you just got to think, man, that with the schedule, with uh, the quarterback situation, offensive line situation, and losing some playmakers on both sides of the ball, it's a possibility that, man, Florida wins 4 games. Um, and hell, if they start losing right away, right out the gate, Billy may not even beat out at the end of the season. They might fire him mid-season. I think I think one of the ways that he can possibly turn down the heat and save his job is one, right? Win the winnable games, right? So Sanford, Miami, right? Mississippi State, win those games and win them convincingly. Try to blow those teams out. Try to blow those teams out. Um, and then the games that's not winnable, right? The Georgia games, the LSU games, stuff like that. Keep those games close, keep them interesting, and don't play sloppy. Don't play sloppy in any of those games. But the games that's considered not winnable games, the Texas, the LSU games, the Georgia games, right? Keep those games close and don't play sloppy. Uh get a couple of upsets, right? If they upset uh, you know, Georgia or Texas or one of the other teams who they are supposed to lose against, that's gonna, lessen the heat for old Billy. And then another thing I think that they could do to lessen the heat and he can possibly keep his job is to play um DJ DJ Lagway. Sorry, I said Lagford. Lagway, right? This kid is like 6'2", 6'3", over 240 pounds, can run, can throw. He's a freshman, but if you look and you ask a Florida Gator fan, they're really excited about this guy. This is supposed to be the guy who's going to be the savior of the program. You know, this guy's supposed to be what Tim Tebow was to Urban Myers, right? So this is supposed to be Billy Napier's guy, right? So I feel like if they play him early, hell, I think he's gonna play early. I think the fans are gonna want to see him and he's gonna play early. But if he doesn't start a game early, I would recommend, and they're probably already gonna do this, is they're probably gonna have a package type deal, right? Where we saw when Tim Tebow was on campus. You remember how like Chris Leak would drive the Gators down to the red zone or in the in the red zone along the goal line, and then Tim Tebow would come in and throw a pop pass or run the ball or run an option or something like that, right? So I think that's what we're gonna see with DJ. And also it was kind of the same way when remember when Anthony Richardson was at Florida, right? When what's his name? Oh man, I forgot his name. The guy before Napers, right? Um, Remember how they would have Richardson come in every now and then and throw, throw a pass or whatever, or run the ball, right? So I think that's what they need to do, right? Because it's gonna get the Florida fans excited, it's gonna get the organization excited, and it's gonna just be like, all right, you know what? We might be terrible this season, but there is some signs of excitement and greatness to come with this quarterback and Napier being a guy who is leading us in the right direction, right? And also, if Napier's if he recruited DJ, firing him may cause DJ to transfer, out of that program the next season. You know what I mean? So maybe that's a big reason why Florida keeps Billy for at least one more season into 2025. But the heat is on him, man, and it's not looking good with the schedule, with the offensive line, with the quarterback situation, with losing two of your best players on the team, and not having a lot of depth with losing those 8 stud recruits. It's just not looking good. Personally, I think they win 4 games, which is not far fetched because they won 5 last year. They won 6 the year before that. And normally the wheels have to fall off, and when it falls off, it's all bad, right? So they possibly win 4 games and he gets fired mid-season. But I don't know. What do y'all expect, Florida Gator fans? What do y'all expect from Billy Napers in year 3? Let me know in the comment section below. That's going to be it for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment as we try to get this thing to 500 subscribers. All right. Until next time, I'm out.